Time is the quiet breath between your heartbeats, the hush that settles between the rise and fall of your chest. As you lie here, the world around you slows, and you begin to notice the gentle rhythm of existence. Time is not a loud thing, not a clanging bell, or a racing train. It is a whisper, a soft current that carries you from one moment to the next, almost unnoticed, yet always present. Imagine yourself floating on a calm river at dusk. The water is smooth, reflecting the fading light of the sky. Each ripple is a second, each gentle wave a minute, and the river itself is the endless flow of time. You cannot see where it begins or ends, but you feel its movement, steady and sure, guiding you forward. This is how time moves through your life, sometimes swift, sometimes slow, but always onward. For as long as humans have wondered, we have tried to understand what time truly is. Is it a thing, a place, a feeling? Some ancient philosophers imagined time as a great wheel, turning endlessly, while others saw it as a straight path, stretching from the past into the unknown future. In your own life, time might feel like a friend, walking beside you, or a shadow, always just behind. Close your eyes and listen to the world around you. The ticking of a clock, the rustle of leaves, the distant hum of life outside your window, all are reminders that time is passing. Yet, in this quiet moment, time seems to slow, to soften, to become something you can almost touch. It is in these moments of stillness that the true nature of time reveals itself, not as an enemy to be outrun, but as a gentle companion, guiding you through the story of your life. Think of the sun rising and setting, the moon waxing and waning, the seasons turning in their patient dance. These are the oldest clocks, the first ways humans learned to sense the passage of time. Long before there were watches or calendars, people watched the sky, feeling the slow, steady heartbeat of the universe. Each dawn was a new beginning, each night a soft ending, and in between, the world moved in a rhythm as old as the stars. Time is not just something that happens outside of you. It lives within you, in the way your memories gather and fade, in the way your thoughts drift from one idea to the next. Your body keeps its own time with the steady pulse of your heart, the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the slow unfolding of your dreams. Even as you rest, your cells are busy, following their own quiet schedules, building and repairing, growing and changing. Sometimes, time feels like a river you can never step into twice. The ancient philosopher Heraclitus once said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." Each moment is new, each second a fresh ripple in the stream. You are always moving forward, carried by the current, never able to return to the exact place you were before. Yet there is comfort in this, to a sense that life is always unfolding, always offering new chances, new beginnings. Other times, time feels like a circle, looping, back on itself. You might find yourself remembering a childhood moment, a scent or a song, bringing the past into the present. In these moments, time seems to fold, to blur the lines between then and now. Your mind is a time traveler, able to visit old memories and imagine future dreams, all while your body rests in the present. Scientists have tried to define time in many ways. Some say it is the measure of change, the way we keep track of things moving from one state to another. Others describe it as the fourth dimension, a direction we move through, just like we move through space. But for you, lying here in the quiet, time is simply the gentle unfolding of now into next, the soft passage from one breath to another. There is a comfort in knowing that time is always with you, always moving forward, never stopping. Even when life feels uncertain, when the future seems unclear, time continues its steady march. It is the thread that weaves your days together, the silent partner in every story you live. You do not need to chase it or fear it. You can simply let it carry you like a leaf on the river, trusting that it will bring you where you need to go. As you listen to the whispers of the clock, you might wonder, is time the same for everyone? Does it move at the same pace for a child as it does for an elder, for a hummingbird as for a mountain? In some ways, time is deeply personal, shaped by your experiences, your memories, your hopes and dreams. A joyful day can pass in a blink, while a moment of waiting can stretch on forever. Time is elastic, bending to the shape of your life. And yet, there is a universal rhythm, a cosmic heartbeat that connects all things. The stars above you, the earth beneath you, the people you love, all are moving through time together, each on their own journey, yet all part of the same great story. In this way, time is both intimate and infinite, both yours alone and shared by all. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, let the nature of time become a gentle comfort. Feel its presence in your breath, in the quiet beating of your heart, in the soft darkness that surrounds you. Time is not a race to be won or a burden to be carried. It is a river, a companion, a whisper in the night. And as you float on this river, you might begin to wonder, how do we measure something so invisible, so mysterious? What tools have we created to capture the flow of time, to mark its passing? In our lives? The answer lies just ahead, in the sands of the glass, where ancient shadows and modern marvels await your gentle curiosity. Time, so gentle and elusive, has always invited us to try and hold it, to mark its passing with something we can see or touch. Imagine yourself in a quiet dawn, thousands of years ago, standing in the cool hush before the sun rises. The world is still, and you look to the horizon, waiting for the first golden light to spill across the land. This is one of humanity's oldest clocks, the sun itself, rising and setting, marking the rhythm of days. Long before the tick of a clock or the glow of a digital screen, people watched the sky to measure time. The sun's journey from east to west, the moon's slow dance through its phases, the stars wheeling overhead. These were the first calendars, the first reminders that time moves in patterns. Imagine ancient hands tracing shadows on the ground, building the first sundials, simple stones or sticks that turned sunlight into hours. Each shadow, each movement, was a gentle reminder that time was always flowing, always changing. As you picture these early days, you might feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the coolness of evening settling in. The sundial's shadow moves, slowly, almost imperceptibly, but always forward. In this way, time became something we could see, if only for a moment, a fleeting shape on the earth, a silent partner in the dance of day and night. But the sun does not always shine, and the stars are sometimes hidden by clouds. So, people found new ways to measure time, ways that could be trusted even in darkness. Imagine the soft trickle of water in a clay vessel, the steady drip marking the passage of minutes. These were water clocks, or clepsydras, used in ancient Egypt and Greece. Each drop was a heartbeat, a tiny echo of the river of time. The vessel would slowly fill or empty, and with it, the hours would slip quietly by. Later, the hourglass appeared, a simple, beautiful invention. Picture the fine sand slipping through the narrow neck of glass, each grain a moment, each pile a memory. The hourglass is a gentle metaphor for time itself. You cannot stop the sand, cannot turn it back, but you can watch it fall, savoring each second as it passes. The hourglass became a symbol of patience, of the quiet acceptance that time moves only one way. As centuries passed, our desire to measure time grew more precise. In medieval Europe, the first mechanical clocks began to appear in church towers and town squares. Imagine the slow, steady swing of a pendulum, the soft click of gears turning in the darkness. These clocks brought a new rhythm to life, marking the hours with chimes that echoed through quiet streets. For the first time, people could gather, work, and rest by the same schedule, their days shaped by the gentle order of the clock dot. With each new invention, our understanding of time deepened. The pocket watch, ticking softly in a coat pocket, became a companion on life's journey. The wristwatch, snug against your skin, made time feel even closer, a constant presence at your pulse. Each tick, each talk, was a reminder that time was always moving, always just out of reach. In the modern world, timekeeping has become almost invisible, woven into the fabric of our lives. Atomic clocks, hidden in quiet laboratories, measure time with unimaginable precision. These clocks do not rely on shadows or sand, but on the vibrations of atoms' tiny, regular pulses that never falter. Imagine a world where every second is counted perfectly, where time is divided into the smallest possible pieces, each one identical to the last dot. Yet, even as our clocks become more accurate, time itself remains mysterious. The more closely we try to measure it, the more it seems to slip through our fingers. The ticking of a clock is not the same as the feeling of a moment, the warmth of a memory, or the hope of a new day. Our tools help us organize our lives, but they cannot capture the true essence of time, the way it feels, the way it moves within us. As you rest here, think of all the ways you have measured time in your own life. The birthdays and anniversaries, the seasons turning, the gentle rituals that mark your days. Each one is a kind of clock, a way of noticing the passage of time, of honoring the moments that matter most. Sometimes the most meaningful clocks are not the ones that hang on the wall, but the ones that live in your heart. The search for perfect timekeeping is a story of longing, a desire to hold on to what is fleeting, to make sense of the river that carries us all. But perhaps the true gift of time is not in measuring it, but in noticing it, in being present for each moment as it arrives. The hourglass, the sundial, the atomic clock all are reminders that time is precious, and that every second is a chance to begin again. As you listen to the quiet ticking of your own heart, you might wonder, if time can be measured so precisely, can it also be changed? Is it possible to move through time in ways we have only dreamed of? The answer lies in the next chapter, where the fabric of time begins to bend, and the dreams of Einstein invite you to imagine what might be possible. Imagine time not as a straight, unwavering road, but as a soft ribbon fluttering in the breeze. In the quiet of your mind, you can almost see it twisting, curving, sometimes stretching, sometimes folding gently upon itself. This is the world that Albert Einstein invited us to enter, a world where time is not fixed, but flexible, shaped by the dance of speed and gravity. Let yourself drift back to the early 20th century, when Einstein was a young man, dreaming beneath the stars. He wondered what it would be like to ride on a beam of light, to move so quickly that the world itself seemed to change. In his imagination, time was not a universal drumbeat, the same for everyone, everywhere. Instead, it was personal, woven into the fabric of space, able to stretch and shrink depending on how you moved. This idea became the heart of Einstein's theory of relativity. Imagine two friends, each with a clock. One stays on Earth, feeling the gentle pull of gravity, while the other boards a spaceship and travels close to the speed of light. To the traveler, time feels normal, each second passing with the familiar rhythm of a heartbeat. But when the traveler returns, they find that less time has passed for them and for their friend on Earth. The clocks, once in perfect harmony, now tell different stories. This gentle difference is called time dilation. It is as if the ribbon of time stretches for the traveler, allowing them to move through fewer moments while the world outside rushes ahead. The faster you move, the more time slows down for you. It is a soft, almost magical effect, hidden from everyday life, but real and measurable. proven by experiments with fast-moving particles and precise atomic clocks. Gravity, too, can bend the flow of time. Imagine standing at the base of a tall mountain while a friend stands at the summit. The pull of gravity is stronger at the bottom, and so time moves just a little more slowly for you than for your friend above. The difference is tiny, almost impossible to notice, but it is there a gentle reminder that time is not the same everywhere. Even the ticking of your watch is shaped by the earth beneath your feet. Einstein's dream was not just a theory, but a new way of seeing the universe. Space and time, he said, are not separate things, but part of a single woven fabric space-time. Imagine a soft, endless sheet rippling beneath the weight of stars and planets. When something heavy, like the sun, sits on this sheet, it creates a gentle dip, a curve that shapes the paths of everything nearby. Light, planets, and even time itself follow these curves, moving in ways that seem strange, but are deeply natural in this world. Time travel is not just a fantasy, but a possibility hidden in the laws of nature. If you could move fast enough, or find a place where gravity is strong enough, you could slip through time at a different pace. Astronauts on the International Space Station, moving quickly above the Earth, age just a tiny bit more slowly than those on the ground. The difference is small, but it is really a whisper of the deeper truths that Einstein revealed. Let yourself imagine what it would feel like to move through time differently, to watch the world outside your window rush by while your own moments stretch and linger. Would you feel lonely or free? Would you long to return, or would you savor the gift of extra time? These are questions that have no easy answers, but they invite you to dream, to wonder, to see time as something more than a simple line. Einstein's ideas have changed the way we see the universe, but they have also changed the way we see ourselves. We are not just passengers on a fixed track, but travelers on a ribbon that bends and twists with every step we take. Our lives are shaped by the places we go, the speeds we travel, the gravity that holds us close or lets us soar out as you rest. Here, let the thought of time's flexibility bring you comfort. You are not trapped by the ticking of a clock, but carried gently by the currents of space-time. Each moment is unique, shaped by where you are and how you move. The universe is vast, and time is a river with many branches, many paths to explore. Yet even as time bends and stretches, it seems to move in one direction, always forward, never back. Why is this? What gives time its arrow, its sense of before and after? The answer lies in the next chapter, where we follow the gentle flow of cause and effect and wonder if time could ever loop back on itself. Time, in its quiet persistence, always seems to move in one direction. You feel it in the way morning becomes afternoon, in the way a candle burns down, but never up, in the way memories gather behind you while the future remains a gentle mystery. Ahead, this one-way journey is often called the arrow of time aloft, invisible force that guides everything from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a forest path, watching leaves fall from the trees. Each leaf drifts downward, never upward, settling softly on the earth. In the same way, time seems to carry us forward, never back. You cannot uncrack an egg, unring a bell, or unbake a loaf of bread. These simple truths are woven into the fabric of the universe, a gentle reminder that some things, once done, cannot be undone. But why is this so? Why does time have a direction, an arrow that points from past to future? The answer lies in the quiet world of entropy, a word that means, in the simplest sense, the tendency for things to move from order to disorder. Imagine a tidy room slowly becoming messy, or a drop of ink spreading through a glass of water. These changes happen naturally, without effort, and they never quite reverse themselves. Entropy is the universe's way of moving forward, of letting things unfold and scatter, never quite returning to their original state. this gentle increase in disorder gives time its direction. It is why you remember the past, but not the future. Why you grow older, but never younger. Why the world around you is always changing, always moving ahead. The arrow of time is not a harsh rule, but a soft current, guiding you through the story of your life. Yet, even as time flows forward, the universe is full of cycles and loops. The seasons turn in their patient spring to summer, summer to autumn, autumn to winter, and back again. The moon waxes and wanes, the tides rise and fall, the stars are born and die and are born again. In these rhythms, you can feel the comfort of repetition, the gentle promise that some things return, even as others are lost. Some scientists and dreamers have wondered, could time itself ever loop back on itself? Could the arrow of time bend, forming a circle instead of a line? In the world of physics, there are strange and beautiful ideas closed time-like curves, mathematical paths that twist through space-time and return to their starting point. Imagine walking a path that brings you back to the very moment you began, not just in space, but in time. These loops are more than just fantasy. In the equations of general relativity, they are possible, at least in theory. But the universe is not always so accommodating. The arrow of time, driven by entropy, resists these loops, making them difficult to find in the real world. Still, the idea lingers, a soft question at the edge of our understanding. Could time ever fold back on itself, allowing us to revisit the moments we have left behind? As you rest here, let your mind wander through these possibilities. Imagine a world where you could return to a cherished memory, relive a joyful day, or undo a gentle mistake. Would you choose to go back, or would you let the arrow of time carry you forward, trusting in the promise of new moments yet to come? The universe is full of secrets, hidden in the direction things flow. The arrow of time is both a comfort and a mystery, a gentle guide and a silent question. It reminds you that life is always moving, always changing, always offering new beginnings. And yet, there are whispers of shortcuts, tunnels, and bridges that might connect distant moments, bending the rules of time's arrow. What if there were hidden doorways, secret passages through the fabric of reality? In the next chapter, you'll peer through these windows, exploring the science and wonder of wormholes, portals that might, just might, let you step outside the ordinary flow of time. Close your eyes and picture the universe as a vast, soft sheet stretching endlessly in every direction. Now, imagine gently pinching two distant points on that sheet and bringing them close together, so close that you could step from one to the other in a single stride. This is the dream of a wormhole, a secret tunnel through the fabric of space and time, a shortcut that defies the ordinary rules of distance and duration. Wormholes are not just the stuff of science fiction. They are born from the mathematics of Einstein's general relativity, the same gentle equations that describe how gravity bends the path of planets and the flow of time itself. In these equations, space and time are woven together, and under the right conditions, they can fold and twist, creating bridges between faraway places and moments. Imagine two distant stars, separated by light years of empty space. To travel from one to the other would take centuries, even at the speed of light. But if a wormhole connected them, you could step through a doorway and arrive instantly, as if the universe had quietly rearranged itself to grant you passage. The idea is both simple and profound, a window to the unknown, a promise that the universe may hold more secrets than we can see. But what would it feel like to step through a wormhole? Would you sense the bending of space, the shifting of time? Scientists can only guess, for no one has ever found a real wormhole, let alone traveled through one. The closest we come is in the language of metaphor and imagination. Picture a tunnel carved through a mountain, dark and mysterious, with light at both ends. Or think of a bridge arching over a deep river, connecting two distant shores. A wormhole is both tunnel and bridge, a passage through the heart of reality itself. The science of wormholes is filled with gentle paradoxes and quiet questions. To create a stable wormhole, the equation suggests you would need something called exotic matter, a substance with strange, negative energy, unlike anything we have ever touched or seen. This exotic matter would hold the tunnel open, preventing it from collapsing in on itself. Without it, a wormhole would be as fleeting as a dream, closing before you could step inside. Some physicists wonder if the universe might provide this exotic matter in hidden corners, perhaps near black holes, or in the tangled web of quantum fields. Others think wormholes may exist only in theory, beautiful but unreachable, like castles in the clouds. Yet the possibility lingers, a soft invitation to keep searching, to keep dreaming. Wormholes are not just shortcuts through space, they are also portals through time. In the gentle logic of relativity, if you could move one end of a wormhole at near the speed of light, or place it in a strong gravitational field, time would pass differently at each end. Step through, and you might find yourself in the past or the future, as if the universe had quietly bent the arrow of time into a loop. This idea is both thrilling and unsettling. If wormholes could let us travel through time, what would become of cause and effect, of memory and possibility? Could you visit your own past, or glimpse the world to come? The questions are as endless as the stars, each one a window to the unknown. In the quiet of your mind, let yourself wander through these possibilities. Imagine finding a hidden doorway in the night sky, a shimmering portal that leads to another world, another time. Would you step through, or would you linger at the threshold, savoring the mystery? The universe is vast, and its secrets are gentle, waiting for curious hearts to discover them. Wormholes also remind us that the universe is not always as it seems. The space between stars, the time between moments, may hold hidden connections, invisible threads that tie everything together. In the language of science, these connections are called topological features, shapes and structures that exist beneath the surface, shaping the way reality unfolds. Think of a piece of paper, flat and smooth. Draw two dots far apart, and the distance between them seems immense. But fold the paper, and the dots touch. The universe, too, may have folds and bridges, hidden from ordinary sight, but real in the deep logic of mathematics. Wormholes are the gentle suggestion that space and time are more flexible, more mysterious, and we can easily imagine. As you rest here, let the idea of wormholes become a soft comfort, a reminder that the unknown is not something to fear, but something to explore. The universe is full of windows and doorways, some real, some imagined, all inviting you to look beyond the ordinary, to wonder what might be possible. And yet, for all their beauty, wormholes raise gentle questions about the nature of time itself. If you could travel to the past, what would happen if you changed something? Could you meet yourself or alter the course of history? These are the paradoxes that lie at the heart of time travel, soft knots in the fabric of reality, waiting to be untied. In the next chapter, you'll drift into these puzzles, exploring the famous paradoxes of time travel, the gentle riddles that remind us how mysterious and how precious each moment truly is. Time travel, with all its wonder and promise, carries gentle puzzles that tug at the edges of our understanding. Imagine for a moment that you could step through a wormhole or slip along a hidden loop in time. Where would you go? What would you do? And what would happen if you changed something small or something world-shaking? One of the most famous riddles in the world of time travel is called the grandfather paradox. Picture yourself traveling back to a time before you were born, to a moment when your grandfather was still young. If, by some twist of fate, you prevented him from meeting your grandmother, or from having children, what would become of you? If your grandfather never had your parent, and your parent never had you, how could you have traveled back in time at all? This gentle knot in the fabric of time is more than just a story. It is a question that has puzzled scientists and dreamers alike. The grandfather paradox is a way of asking, can the past be changed, or is it woven too tightly to be unraveled? If you could alter a single thread, would the whole tapestry shift, or would it gently resist, holding its shape no matter what you do? Some thinkers imagine time as a river, always flowing forward, but with eddies and currents that might circle back. If you throw a stone into the water, the ripples spread outward, touching everything in their path. But what if you could reach back and pluck the stone from the river before it ever made a splash? Would the ripples vanish, or would the river find another way to flow, gently correcting itself to keep the story whole? Others see time as a garden of forking paths, each choice leading to a new branch, a new world. In this view, if you travel to the past and change something, you do not erase your own future, but create a new one, a parallel world where things unfold differently. Your original timeline remains untouched, like a memory on the new branch. Grows alongside it, a quiet echo of what might have been. These ideas are more than just dreams. In the world of quantum physics, the notion of many worlds suggests that every possibility, every choice, every gentle change creates a new universe. If you travel back and alter the past, you may simply step into a new reality, leaving your own untouched. The paradox dissolves, replaced by a gentle branching of possibilities. Each one is real as the last, but even in the comfort of many worlds, the questions linger. What does it mean to change the past? Can you ever truly return to the world you left behind, or are you always moving forward, carried by the current of your own choices? The grandfather paradox is a reminder that time is not just a line, but a web of connections, each moment linked to every other, each action a thread in the tapestry of existence. Some scientists suggest that the universe gently protects itself from paradoxes. In the language of physics, this is called the Novikov self-consistency principle, the idea that events in time are arranged in such a way that paradoxes cannot occur. If you travel to the past, you may find that you are unable to change the things that matter most, as if the universe quietly guides you back to the path you were always meant to walk. Imagine trying to change a memory, only to find that the details slip away, or that your actions lead you back to the same outcome, no matter how hard you try. The universe, in its quiet wisdom, may be more resilient than we know, gently weaving every thread into a story that cannot be unraveled. As you rest here, let these paradoxes become a soft comfort, a reminder that the mysteries of time are not meant to be solved all at once. Each puzzle is a gentle invitation to wonder, to imagine, to accept that some questions may never have simple answers. The grandfather paradox and all its cousins are not barriers, but doorways, openings to deeper understanding, to the beauty of not knowing. And so, as you drift through the gentle riddles of time, you might begin to wonder, what happens in the smallest spaces, in the world of particles and possibilities? Does time behave differently there, flickering and dancing in ways we can barely imagine? In the next chapter, you'll journey into the quantum realm, where time whispers its secrets in the language of uncertainty and wonder. Let your mind drift now, shrinking gently down past the world of trees and rivers, past the cells and molecules, until you find yourself in the quiet, shimmering realm of the quantum. Here, in the smallest spaces, time is not a steady river, but a flickering dance of possibilities. The rules you know from everyday life begin to blur, and the flow of time becomes a soft, mysterious whisper. Imagine a single particle, smaller than a speck of dust, floating in the darkness. In the quantum world, this particle does not have a single certain path. Instead, it exists in a cloud of maybes, a gentle haze of possibilities, each one a different story. Time, too, is uncertain here. The particle's journey is not a straight line from past to future, but a shimmering web of all the ways it might move, all the moments it might touch. This gentle uncertainty is called quantum superposition. It is as if the particle is humming a quiet song, each note a different moment. In time, only when you look, when you measure, does the song settle into a single melody, a single now. Until then, the past and future are softly tangled, waiting to be chosen. In this world, time does not always move forward in the way you expect. Sometimes, particles seem to remember the future or to influence the past. These are not tricks or illusions, but real effects measured in careful experiments. The quantum world is full of gentle surprises, each one a reminder that time is more flexible, more mysterious than it seems. One of the most beautiful ideas in quantum physics is called entanglement. Imagine two particles born together in a single moment, their fates forever linked. No matter how far apart they drift, a change in one is felt instantly by the other, as if they share a secret language that travels faster than light. In this way, time and space become soft and stretchy, the boundaries between moments and places gently blurred. Entanglement hints at a universe where everything is connected, where the past and future are woven together in ways we are only beginning to understand. It is as if the universe is a great, shimmering tapestry, each thread a possibility, each knot a moment of choice. Time, in the quantum world, is not a single path, but a garden of forking trails, each one waiting for you to notice. Even the act of measuring time becomes uncertain here. In the quantum world, the more precisely you try to measure a particle's position, the less you know about its momentum and vice versa. This is called the uncertainty principle, a gentle rule that says you cannot know everything at once. Time and energy, too, are linked in this way. The more closely you try to pin down a moment, the more it slips away, like water through your fingers. This uncertainty is not a flaw, but a feature, a soft lullaby that keeps the universe alive with possibility. In the smallest spaces, time is not a rigid ruler, but a gentle rhythm, a pulse that changes with every glance, every question, every dream. The quantum world invites you to let go of certainty, to rest in the comfort of not knowing, to trust that the universe is unfolding in its own mysterious way. As you rest here, imagine the quantum world as a field of fireflies, each one blinking, in and out of existence, each one a tiny moment of time. Some flash together, some alone, some in patterns you cannot see. The whole field is alive with possibility, a gentle dance that never quite repeats. This is the music of the quantum, the soft song of time in the smallest spaces. What does this mean for the bigger picture? It means that time, at its heart, is not a single, unbroken thread, but a tapestry of choices and chances. The world you know is built from these tiny uncertainties, each one adding a note to the melody of your life. The flow of time is both steady and uncertain, both predictable and wild, both a comfort and a mystery. Quantum physics does not give easy answers, but it offers a new way to see the world, a way that is gentle, open, and full of wonder. It reminds you that the future is not fixed, that the past is not lost, that every moment is alive with possibility. The quantum world is a lullaby for the curious mind, a soft invitation to dream. And as you drift in this gentle uncertainty, you might begin to wonder, how have our dreams of time travel shaped the stories we tell, the inventions we build, the hopes we hold close? In the next chapter, you'll wander through the worlds of science and story, exploring the machines of imagination that have brought time travel to life in our hearts and minds. Let your mind wander now, not through equations or experiments, but through the gentle landscape of stories. For as long as people have watched the stars and wondered about the past and future, we have dreamed of traveling through time. These dreams have become stories, and these stories have become the quiet engines of imagination, shaping the way we see the world and what we hope might one day be possible. Imagine yourself in a quiet room, a book open in your hands. The year is 1895, and H.G. Wells has just published The Time Machine. In his story, a curious inventor builds a strange device, a machine with levers and dials, polished brass and spinning wheels that can carry him far into the future. With each turn of the gears, the world outside his window changes centuries, passing in the blink of an eye. Wells's story is more than just a tale. It is an invitation to wonder, to imagine what it would feel like to step outside the ordinary flow of time. Since then, time machines have appeared in countless forms, spinning police boxes, gleaming DeLoreans, mysterious portals hidden in wardrobes or mirrors. Each one is a doorway, a gentle promise that the past and future are not as distant as they seem. In these stories, time travel is not just a scientific puzzle, but a way to explore what it means to be human, to regret, to hope, to long for another chance or a glimpse of what's to come. Science fiction has always been a soft laboratory for ideas, a place where the impossible can be explored without fear. Writers and filmmakers have imagined the dangers and delights of time travel, paradoxes, the adventures, the quiet heartbreaks. They have asked, if you could change the past, would you? If you could see the future, would you want to? Each story is a gentle question, a mirror held up to our own hearts. But these stories are not just dreams. They have inspired real scientists to ask new questions, to build new tools, to look at the universe with fresh eyes. The idea of a time machine, once pure fantasy, has become a way to think about the deepest mysteries of physics. Could a spinning black hole become a portal to another era? Could a wormhole stabilized by exotic matter let us step from now to then? The boundary between science and story is soft and shifting, each feeding the other a quiet dance. Even in the world of invention, the dream of time travel has left its mark. Early clocks and calendars were themselves a kind of time machine, letting people reach back to remember or forward to plan. Today, scientists use powerful computers to simulate the past and future, running models of climate, evolution, and the cosmos itself. In a way, these are machines of imagination, two tools that let us see what was and what might be. As you rest here, think of the stories that have shaped your own sense of time. Perhaps you remember a favorite book, a film that made you wonder, a bedtime tale that lingered in your dreams. These stories are not just entertainment. They are gentle guides, helping you make sense of change, loss, and hope. They remind you that time is not just a line, but a tapestry of moments, each one colored by memory and longing. The machines of imagination are not built of metal and wires, but of questions and dreams. They invite you to step outside the ordinary, to see the world with new eyes, to believe that anything is possible. In the quiet of your mind, you can travel anywhere, back to a childhood memory, forward to a hope not yet born, sideways to a world that might have been. And as you drift through these stories, you might begin to wonder, how does time unfold on the grandest scale, in the slow turning of galaxies and the deep heartbeat of the cosmos? In the next chapter, you'll look up at the stars and feel the gentle pulse of universal time, discovering your own place in the endless story of the universe. Let your thoughts drift upward, beyond the walls of your room, beyond the blue sky and the gentle curve of the earth. Imagine yourself floating in the quiet darkness of space, surrounded by stars that shimmer like distant lanterns. Here, time moves differently, slow and grand, measured not in seconds or minutes, but in the deep, patient rhythms of the cosmos. The universe itself is a kind of clock, its hands sweeping across billions of years. The oldest light you see, the faint glow of distant galaxies, began its journey long before you were born, before the earth was formed, before the sun was kindled. This ancient light, called the cosmic microwave background, is a gentle echo of the universe's beginning, a soft afterglow from a time when everything was new. Imagine the universe as a vast, expanding balloon. In the beginning, everything was close together, hot and bright. Over time, the balloon has stretched, carrying galaxies farther and farther apart. This expansion is not just a movement through space, but a stretching of time itself. The farther you look, the further back in time you see, peering into the universe's own childhood. Galaxies, too, are clocks, each one spinning slowly, its stars tracing graceful spirals over millions of years. Some galaxies collide and merge, their stars swirling together in a cosmic dance. Others drift alone, quietly aging as the universe grows older. The life of a galaxy is measured in epochs, each one a chapter in the story of time. Within these galaxies, stars are born, live, and die. A star's life is a slow unfolding, a gentle burning that can last billions of years. Some stars end their lives in quiet fading, becoming cool embers called white dwarfs. Others explode in brilliant supernovas, scattering their elements across space, seeding new stars and planets. Each star is a clock, its life a measure of cosmic time. And then there are black holes, mysterious, powerful, and strange. Imagine a place where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. Time itself slows near a black hole, stretching out like taffy. If you could hover near the edge, called the event horizon, you would see the universe outside rush forward, while your own time slowed to a crawl. In this way, black holes are not just objects, but windows into the deepest mysteries of time. The universe is also filled with cycles, gentle rhythms that repeat across the ages. Planets orbit stars, moons circle planets, comets sweep through the solar system in long, graceful arcs. The Earth spins on its axis, giving us day and night, and orbits the sun, marking the passage of years. These cycles are the original clocks, the patterns that have shaped life for as long as there has been life to notice. But the universe is not only about cycles. It is also about change. The cosmos is expanding, growing colder and darker as time goes on. Galaxies drift apart, stars burn out, and the universe itself ages. Scientists call this the arrow of cosmic time, a gentle reminder that even the grandest clocks eventually wind down. Yet, in the midst of this vastness, your own moments are precious. The time it takes for your heart to beat, for a thought to form, for a memory to blossom, these are small, but they are part of the same story. You are made of stardust, your atoms forged in the hearts of ancient stars. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all were born in the fires of suns that lived and died long before you dot in this way. You are connected to the cosmic clocks, your life a brief but beautiful note in the universe's endless song. The moments you cherish, the memories you hold close, are woven into the fabric of time, as real and lasting as the light from distant galaxies. As you rest here, let the rhythms of the cosmos become a gentle comfort. Imagine the slow turning of the Milky Way, the patient pulse of the universe expanding, the quiet ticking of stars being born and dying. These are the clocks that measure the deepest time, the story that holds all other stories. And yet, even as the universe moves forward, we wonder, can we move forward in time too? Is it possible to travel into the future, to leap ahead, and see what is yet to come? In the next chapter, you'll explore the science of forward time travel, discovering how speed, gravity, and imagination might carry you into the world of tomorrow. Time, always flowing, gently carries you forward. Each moment becomes the next, and the future quietly unfolds, step by step. But what if you could leap ahead, skipping over days, years, or even centuries? Is it possible to travel into the future? To fast forward through the river of time and awaken in a world yet to be? In many ways, you are already a traveler to the future. Every breath, every heartbeat, every blink of an eye moves you forward, second by second. But science offers ways to stretch this journey, to make the leap more dramatic, more profound. The secrets lie in the gentle bending of time itself, in the strange effects of speed and gravity. Imagine yourself aboard a spaceship, gliding through the darkness at a speed close to that of light. As you accelerate, time inside your ship slows down compared to the world outside. This is not a trick or an illusion, but a real effect proven by Einstein's theory of relativity. If you traveled fast enough, you could journey for what feels like a few years, only to return and find that centuries have passed on Earth. The future would have arrived in your absence, and you would be a visitor from the past. This kind of time travel moving forward, never back, is woven into the fabric of the universe. Astronauts on the International Space Station experience it in a tiny way, aging just a little less than those on the ground. The effect is small, but it is real. A gentle reminder that time is not the same for everyone. Everywhere not, there are other ways to leap into the future too. Imagine being placed in a state of suspended animation, your body cooled and your cells slowed almost to a stop. In this deep sleep, time would pass quietly around you, while you remained unchanged. When you awoke, the world would be different, the future waiting to greet you. Scientists are exploring this idea, hoping one day to use it for long journeys to distant planets, or to help heal the sick. It is a dream of pausing your own clock, letting the world rush ahead while you rest. Even in the world of nature, there are gentle hints of forward time travel. Some animals, like certain frogs and insects, can enter a state called diapause, slowing their lives to a near halt during harsh seasons. When conditions improve, they awaken, as if no time has passed at all. Seeds can lie dormant for years, waiting for the right moment to sprout. In these quiet pauses, life itself becomes a kind of time machine, skipping over the hard moments and leaping into the future. The idea of forward time travel is not just a scientific curiosity, it is a gentle invitation to imagine what lies ahead. What will the world be like in 100 years or 1,000? What new wonders will be discovered? What new stories told? The future is a landscape of possibility, shaped by the choices you make today. As you rest here, let yourself drift into the future. Picture cities shimmering with new light, forests growing where there were once fields, people speaking languages not yet invented. Imagine the gentle unfolding of technology, the quiet progress of understanding, the slow, steady march of hope. The future is not fixed, but open as stories still being written, a melody waiting to be played. And yet, even as you dream of what is to come, you may find yourself looking back, longing for the comfort of memory, the warmth of familiar faces and places. The journey through time is not just about moving forward, but about carrying the past with you, holding it close as you step into the unknown. In the next chapter, you'll explore the most personal kind of time travel, the journeys you take within your own mind, through memory and meaning, nostalgia and hope. Here, time is not measured by clocks or calendars, but by the gentle unfolding of your own story. Close your eyes and let your thoughts drift inward to the quiet spaces where memories live. Here, time is not a straight line, but a gentle spiral, circling back on itself in soft, familiar loops. In the landscape of your mind, you are both traveler and storyteller, able to visit moments long past, to relive laughter, love, and even loss, all with the simple act of remembering. Memory is your own time machine, built not of gears and wires, but of feelings and images, scents and sounds. A single song can carry you back to a summer afternoon. The taste of a favorite food can awaken childhood. The scent of rain can summon 1,000 yesterdays. In these moments, the past is not gone, but alive within you, waiting to be touched. Scientists have long wondered how the mind weaves these journeys. Deep within your brain, networks of cells called neurons fire in patterns, creating the tapestry of memory. Each memory is not a single thing, but a constellation, a gentle pattern of connections shaped by experience and emotion. When you remember, your brain replays these patterns, lighting up the same pathways as when the moment first happened. In this way, remembering is a kind of reliving, a soft return to another time. But memory is not perfect. It is shaped by the present, colored by hope and longing, sometimes blurred by the gentle fog of forgetting. Each time you revisit a memory, you change it just a little, adding new details, letting others fade. This is not a flaw, but a gift, a way for your mind to heal, to grow, to make sense of the story you are living. Nostalgia, that sweet ache for what was, is a kind of time travel too. It is the mind's way of holding on to meaning, of finding comfort in the familiar. When you feel nostalgia, your brain releases gentle chemicals that soothe and calm, wrapping you in a soft blanket of belonging. In these moments, the past and present blend, and you are both who you were and who you are becoming. Even the future lives in your mind, shaped by memory and imagination. When you dream of what might be, you draw on the patterns of what has been, weaving hope and experience into visions of tomorrow. The mind is always moving through time, leaping from past to future and back again, never quite standing still. Sometimes memory can be a gentle teacher, helping you learn from mistakes, savor joys, and find meaning in the journey. Other times, it can be a quiet burden, carrying regrets or sorrows that linger. But always, memory is a bridge, a way to connect the moments of your life, to see the thread that runs through everything you have been and everything you will become. In the constat in the world of science, researchers study memory to understand not just how we remember, but why. They have found that memory is deeply tied to emotion, that the moments we feel most strongly are the ones we remember best. This is why a first love, a great loss, or a moment of wonder can stay with you for years, while ordinary days slip quietly. A way. Memory is also a way of sharing time. When you tell a story, you invite others to travel with you, to see the world through your eyes. Families, friends, and communities are built on shared memories, on the gentle weaving of stories that bind us together. In this way, time travel is not just personal, but collective, a way for us all to remember, to belong, to find meaning in the flow of days. As you rest here, let your memories become a gentle comfort. Picture the faces you have loved, the places you have been, the dreams you have chased. Each one is a stepping stone, a soft echo of the journey you are still on. The past is not lost, but alive within you, a quiet companion as you move forward. And as you drift through the landscape of memory, you might begin to sense the gentle presence of now, the only moment you truly have. In the next chapter, you'll settle into this endless present, learning to rest in time's embrace, to find peace in the gentle unfolding of each breath, each heartbeat, each quiet second. Let yourself settle, feeling the gentle weight of your body, the quiet rhythm of your breath. All the stories of time, of past and future, of memory and possibility have led you here to this single precious moment. The present is where you truly live, where every heartbeat, every thought, every soft sensation unfolds. In the endless now, you are both the traveler and the destination, the question and the answer. Science tells us that the present is a fleeting thing, a thin slice between what has been and what is yet to come. Yet in your experience, The now is vast and deep, a place where you can rest, reflect, and simply be. The mind may wander to yesterday or tomorrow, but the body is always here, grounded in the gentle unfolding of each breath, each heartbeat, each quiet second. Imagine time as a great river, always flowing, always moving forward. You cannot step into the same water twice, but you can pause on the bank, feeling the coolness of the current, watching the sunlight dance on the surface. The river does not hurry, nor does it wait. It simply moves, carrying leaves and dreams, memories and hopes, all together in its gentle embrace in the world of physics. The present is sometimes called the moving spotlight, a bright point that travels along the timeline, illuminating each moment as it arrives. But for you, the present is more than a spotlight. It is a home, a sanctuary, a place where you can let go of regret and worry, and simply rest in the comfort of being alive. Mindfulness, the gentle art of paying attention, invites you to settle into the now. When you notice the feeling of your breath, the warmth of your skin, the softness of the air, you are practicing presence. Science has shown that this simple act can calm the mind, soothe the body, and bring a sense of peace. In the endless now, you are safe, whole, and complete. Present is also where change happens. Every choice, every action, every word spoken or unspoken unfolds here. The future is shaped not by distant plans, but by the quiet decisions you make in this moment. In the now, you have the power to begin again, to forgive, to hope, to love. The past may shape you, but it does not bind you. The future may call, but it does not rush you. All that matters is this gentle, unfolding second as you rest here, let the worries of time slip away. The clock may tick, the days may turn, but you are always here, always now. The universe, with all its vastness and mystery, is contained in this single breath, this single heartbeat, this single moment of awareness. You are part of the great story of time, but you are also the author, the reader, the gentle witness to your own unfolding in the endless now. You can find comfort in the rhythms of your body, the softness of your thoughts, the quiet presence of your own being. You do not need to travel to the past or the future to find meaning. It is here, in the simple act of being, in the gentle acceptance of what is as our journey through the science of time travel comes to a close. Remember that. The greatest adventure is not in changing the past or leaping into the future, but in living fully in the present. Here, science and comfort meet, inviting you to rest, to breathe, to trust in the gentle flow of time. Let the endless now hold you, softly and completely. Every heartbeat is a universe, every breath a new beginning. In this moment, you are enough. In this moment, you are home. And as you drift into sleep, carried by the quiet river of time, know that the journey never truly ends. Each morning is a new chapter, each dream a gentle step along the path. The story of time continues, and you are always part of its gentle, endless embrace.